Welcome, my beautiful souls, and welcome back to the Rambling Psychic Podcast. So, we're picking back up on the series where we're going around the zodiac wheel and looking at everyone's major arcana. Um, you know, this is great for, first of all, learning more about yourself because I feel like our major arcana can really reveal so much about ourselves. Number two, I want to say, and I should have said this when I started this, a good like homework that you could do after these is do a 3 card spread for yourself and put, like we're doing the moon right now, put the moon in the middle. See what comes before and see what comes after. And trust your intuition even above the meanings and see what you get because I just have a feeling something is telling me for you to do this. Of course, that is your option. But anyway, so we'll put that out there. And if you do choose to do that, I would love to hear, if you don't mind, like what you get from that under the comment section. All right, so let's talk about the moon. Pisces Major Arcana. The moon is the 18th card of the Major Arcana in a tarot deck, and it's one of the most mysterious and complex cards. It speaks directly to the deep recesses of our subconscious mind, bringing forth themes of intuition, illusion, and the unknown. So here is a breakdown of the Moon Tarot card, including its general, spiritual, upright, and reverse meanings. So let's talk with the general meanings, or let's talk about the general meanings. So in the upright, the core themes would be intuition, subconscious, illusion, fear, dreams, mystery, uncertainty, unseen influences. In reversed, fear released, clarity, confusion overcome, secrets revealed, truth emerging, or overcoming anxiety. So the action in the upright, trust your instincts, face your fears, pay attention to dreams, and embrace the unknown. So in reverse, seek facts and evidence, confront your fears, and stop avoiding the truth. A difficult cycle may also be ending. So the core symbolism of the card, which really when you read intuitively, this is what you want to look at, like the symbolism and what does it feel to you? What is it telling you? But the moon itself represents the subconscious, intuition, dreams, and the feminine energy. Its various phases from the crescent to the full moon suggest the nature of life and emotions. You'll see a path, a winding path that leads out of the pole and into the distance, symbolizing the journey into the subconscious and the uncertainty of the future. The path is not clearly lit, urging you to rely on your inner guidance. So the pool and the water signifies the vast, uncharted depths of the subconscious mind and the primal emotional self. You'll see the dog and the wolf. So they stand on either side of the path, representing the duality of your nature. The civilized, which is the dog, and the wild, which is the wolf. They are both howling at the moon, showing that both your tame and wild instincts are being pulled by its energy. You'll see a crayfish or a lobster It crawls out of the water at the beginning of the path, symbolizing the deepest, most important instincts and unsubconscious memories are merging to the conscious. You'll see two towers. These towers flank the path in the distance, often seen as the gateway to the unknown or a border between the conscious and the unconscious world. They can also represent the pillars of justice between mercy and severity. So let's talk a little bit about the spiritual meaning of the moon. The moon is profoundly spiritual and psychological. It represents the long, dark night of the soul, but a necessary period of confusion, fear, and uncertainty that ultimately leads to deeper self-discovery. Let's talk about the journey into the shadow. The card is a profound invitation to journey inward, exploring that hidden, darker aspect of yourself. Many of us call that your shadow self. That when you may have repressed it, you're encouraged to face your fears and anxieties to achieve wholeness. Intuitive guidance. It's a powerful call to trust your intuition and inner wisdom over pure logic or rationality, especially when circumstances are unclear. Your inner voice is your true guide through the darkness. Remember that. Your inner voice is your true guide through the darkness. It can be dreams and visions. So the moon highlights the importance of dreams, visions, and altered states of consciousness as a source of truth and insight. Your dreams can certainly hold clues about what is subconsciously bothering you or what is hidden in a situation. It's also the feminine energy and cycles. It is strongly associated with the deep feminine energy. I mean, when I do a twin flame reading, it's one of the things I look for. So yeah, it's deeply associated with the feminine and the cycle of emotions and life, much like the lunar cycles affect the tides and women's bodies. It encourages connection with these natural rhythms. So, the moon in the upright. So, when the moon is in the upright, it signifies a time of potential confusion, illusion, and uncertainty. Things are not as they seem, or you're being guided to trust your instincts. So let's talk about the illusions and deceptions. There may be hidden information, secrets, or even deliberate deception from others. The illusion can also be self-inflicted, which would be your fears and anxiety, which may be distorting your perception of reality. This is also about listening to your intuition. The card strongly advises you to listen to your gut feeling. That's the theme here. If something feels off, it probably is. Your unconscious is trying to tell you something that your rational mind can't grasp yet. Anxiety and fear. It can represent a period of high anxiety, irrational fears, or mental distress. This is a chance to identify the source of those fears, which often lie in unresolved issues from the past, hence the crawfish emerging from the water. So let's talk about the moon in reverse. So the reverse moon generally suggests that the period of confusion is coming to an end, or that you are actively refusing to face the necessary introspection. So clarity dawning. On a positive note, it can indicate that the fog of confusion is lifting. The truth is being revealed, or you're starting to see through the illusion. A secret can be exposed, or a misunderstanding resolved. So, also can talk about overcoming fear. You are gaining the courage to confront the fears and anxieties that have been holding you back. This is a sign of release from like self-deception and the end of a difficult emotional cycle. Amen. Um, Denial and avoidance. In a more negative interpretation, the moon reverse suggests a refusal to confront the unconscious issues. You might be denying your intuition, avoiding the truth, or running from the deep-seated emotional work that's really necessary for growth. This denial can lead to ongoing confusion and even instability. And then last but not least, um, it can also warn against being paralyzed by fear, where your anxiety is so overwhelming that you're unable to move forward. So I hope that is not the case for any of you. Um, but again, you know, I would do that little 3 card spread and let me know what you think if you've done it. I definitely want to hear what you think, what you've got from it. But yeah, so anyways, this is our moon, our beautiful moon. It's also Cancer's ruler, by the way. So wanted to add that in there. All right, guys, I love you. I'll see you in our next major arcana. Bye bye.